Let me bring in Sanju Verma. Now, Sanju Verma, before you start, I am sure you've heard Dr. Mehrotra. He has one question. He says that if you say that 2011 is not there in the bill, where is this 50% formula part of the bill? That is one question. But before that, I quickly want to, put this on record for Dr. Mehrotra and for everyone who's watching this, that the current seats, 543 in the Lok Sabha, this was frozen in 1971. Take two states for example. Dr. Mehrotra was talking about, injustice, proportion, etc. Kerala has a population of 3.5 crores. The GDP contribution is 3.8%. It has 20 Lok Sabha seats. And then you look at Haryana. Haryana has a population of 3.1 crores. The GDP contribution is 3.6%, but has 10 Lok Sabha seats. Will the Congress explain, how this was done, and is this justice, injustice? Sanju Verma.
Pranesh, first and foremost, let's get a few facts right. And on a lighter note, Mr. Mehrotra teaches in the United States. I worked for the biggest global American giant, JP Morgan, as a director. So that's for credentials. Now let's come to the moot point. The moot point is this. Delimitation is not about an increase in Lok Sabha seats based purely on increase in population in a given state. Delimitation is also about demographic composition. Delimitation basically decides on number of seats for every state in the Lok Sabha based on something called population ratio. That is the buzzword, population ratio, which basically means that by and large, you have to take a population of 20 lakh per constituency, and then based on that, arrive at a mathematical formula which also gives representation to scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. And then after that, the logic of proportional representation kicks in to a limited extent. And after all these factors, you come to a formula whereby you decide that yes, despite a 3.5 crore population in Kerala, it has 20 Lok Sabha seats. Whereas despite a 13.5 crore population in Maharashtra, it only sends 48 seats to the Lok Sabha. If we have to go purely by proportional representation, then if Kerala can send 20 MPs to the Lok Sabha with a 3.5 crore population, Pranesh, Maharashtra by that logic should be sending how many? 77 Lok Sabha MPs to the parliament. But Maharashtra sends how many? Only 48. So is delimitation only about population? No. Is delimitation only about proportional representation? No. Delimitation is about population ratio. That is my first point. And my final point is this. Delimitation is not about North versus South. In fact, forget about the 50% formula. Even if I take the 2011 as a reference point, the number of seats from Southern India will go up from 129 to 170, which is a 31% increase. And if I go by the 50% formula, the number of seats from South India will go up from 129 to 195, which is a 51.1% increase. So whether you take 2011 as the reference point, whether you take the 50% formula, the number of seats for Southern India will increase by anywhere between 31% to 51% vis-a-vis the current tally of 129. So how are southern states being marginalized or being treated unfairly? Arithmetic logic, I have substantiated my argument.
We'll put that to Mr. Rajshekharan and Krishank. Also, Tariq Khan is here. But I want to hear what Dr. Mehrotra has to say to Tushar and Sanju Verma's argument. Yes, sir. Sir, I think you're on mute, sir.
what I was asking you, Pranish, is what exactly do you want me to respond to, Pranish?
Sir, because Tushar said that, your assumptions in the piece that are flawed, and Sanju Verma is saying that whichever base you take, this will not be an injustice to southern states.
Well, I think we'll have to sit down together. You can't resolve this in a TV show. I'm sorry, especially when you have 7 panelists. And I think you are being unfair to Rajshekhar ji, Ashwini Mishra, the BRS and the SP. So, I can respond to all of them in writing, if you let me know what their emails are.
Okay. Okay.
Don't go ha 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 ha. Don't go ha ha ha. Because I can.
So that's
respond
very kind of you that you're allowing someone else to speak.
And I can respond to you just now, okay?
But Dr. Mehrotra, if you speak with the, mic muted, then I wonder what you teach in the United States. It's not going to work anywhere, sir. Forget the US. But let me bring in